So here we are going to discuss the next part of this chapter. Till attribute we have discussed in the last period. So here see last class what we have discussed, the differences between HTML and XML. I hope you have understood all these things, and especially the difference between these two with respect to the tags. Okay, tags means the tagging rules of XML and HTML. But some rules you must remember these things. If this question maximum time it comes in your exam. Okay, and attribute values also. So okay, let's revise once what are the differences according to these tagging rules. In case of HTML, what happens, all tags are predefined, but in case of XML we used to write our own tags, so user defined. User will define the tags by himself. Okay, in next difference is that in case of HTML some tags have their that means doesn't have their closing tag, only opening tag. There is no pairing is optional. If you close or if you not close, there is no matter. But in XML every opening tag must have their closing tag, so pairing is necessary. Then there is no empty tag, as we know. This is the similar point 2 and point 3. And fourth point, it is that nested. In case of nesting, you can see what is the difference between HTML and XML. In case of HTML, if any tags overlap while closing, sometimes it doesn't give any error. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay, sometimes. But in case of XML, every time it must not be overlapped with other tags. It should be serially closed. If according to the starting tag, one by one you have to close by seeing or looking the start tag, and you have to close this accordingly. Then last one is that case sensitive. Very important another one, that while writing any XML program, you must see how we have written the start tag, as start tag you must write in the closing tag. Similar, all the letters should match. Okay, that's why it is not case sensitive. It is, if it is uppercase, it should write uppercase. If it is lowercase, it should be written in lowercase. But in HTML, it doesn't matter. If you have written in start tag close with capital letter, if you can close in small letters also, even no problem. So these are the tagging differences between these two. And the attribute values also you have seen. In case of HTML, the attribute values, sometimes we don't write within quotation, sometimes we give in quotation, but in XML you must be given in double quotation. So next you see what is XML elements. We have discussed the XML tags. Okay, tag means what, the start and end. The last class we have discussed. Okay, let's see what is element. Here you see, if I write say color, one tag is color, and color say red, and accordingly you have closed color tag. These two, what, this is what, start, this one is start tag, this one is closing tag or close tag. Okay, but this part is what, this is start tag, this is closing tag. But what is this? This is called content. Remember, content. This is content. So what is element then? Including start tag, content, and the closing tag. A whole part will be known as an element. So element, it means starts with start tag with the contents and the closing tag. Whole part is known as an element. So if it is asked what is element, what the definitions, you have to write that element is that start tag with start tag, any start tag. Say if you give another example, say student one start tag. What is the student? Say class 10 student, and closing student close. So here which part is content? This is the content. 10 is the content. This is start tag. This is closing tag. So entire part is known as an element. So the definition, you see what is definition, it is given to you. Just to match with the definition here. An XML element is everything from the element start tag to the elements end tag, including the start tag, end tag, and the content. This is the definition of what, your element. Once question, I think 2018, this 19, the question was there. The next line there was a question in SSLC. What was the question? You see, what are the things can include an element? What are the elements may include? That means element, what are the things it may include? Now see, I will show you again. Here say again, say roll number. If I take an element roll number 5 and close roll, all the letters must match. Remember, here you see this 5, it is what? Content, start tag and end tag. Whole part is known as element. Now what an element may contain? An element may contain what? Some text or something, okay, or may letters. So these are known as content. An element may contain, you can say contain and content. Contain, what are the things it may contain? Content, the things whatever you have written within the closing tag and start tag, this is called content. An element may contain other element also. How? Other element, how it may contain? Say if it is student, if it is student, say std1, simply I have written std. Within std, r number means roll number say 5, then roll number closed, then std closed. Here this std also an element, this is another element. That means one element may contain another element, okay. So in that way the definition, you see, what are the things an element may contain? This is the things. An element can contain other elements, simple text, or both element and attributes also it may contain. Some text may have the attributes even. So these are the things an element may contain. Now what are the rules to write an element, or what is the rules when we write an element naming rules? That we have, as we have we got that all the XML element must be user defined. So how a user can give an element name means a tag name. Remember, here elements naming rules, simply it is saying that the tag, how you should write your tag name, what should be used, what should not be used, as we have got in JavaScript the variable naming rules. So similarly here also maximum things are similar. What is this first one? You see, first one, names can contain letters, numbers and characters. Means when you start a tag you have started, this can contain what? Letters, like say pen, okay, pen 1 also it is correct. Number can also be used, pen used, in between also number you can use. But remember, you cannot use number or punctuation characters, any symbols. That means you cannot be started. These are the rules. It is similar that you have got, okay. It should not start with punctuation characters or number. That means if you write like 1 std, one element name, this is wrong. But std1 it is correct. If you have written std1, like std1, in that way if you write a tag std1, it is correct. Number can be written at last, in between, but in beginning, at the beginning you cannot write the number, okay. So this is the rules, first and second rules. Next one is, see, what is the next rules? Names cannot start with letter XML. Yes, another one. XML cannot be started. Like you can write std XML can be used, a tag name, but you cannot write XML std. This is correct, but it cannot be written like what? Starting with XML, say XML std. One tag name cannot be given like this. It is wrong. because it should not start with XML, whether it can be in small letter, capital letters, whatever. This word should not come here, XML. The last one is the important one, that there should not be any space. Maximum time students do mistakes writing while writing the element's name. Cannot have any space. Remember this part. Means if you have written student name and attribute, a tag name, say student name, say stu name, it is wrong because there is a space. Space should not be there. It can be used how? It can be used. It can be written like that: stu name along. That means at a time there should not be space in between, whatever you write any. So these are the 4 naming rules of any element. Remember, first one is that an element can contain uppercase, lowercase, numbers, punctuation, characters, but an element cannot start with number. An element cannot start with XML word. A element cannot have any spaces. So these are the naming rules of an element. The next part is very much important. This question maximum time it comes to draw tree. Okay, draw tree. This line you just remember. What is the line? The first line of an XML code. If you see what is the XML, this is the first line. First line, XML version 1.0. Okay, while writing an XML, it should start with this question mark like that, and also with question mark. You can see in the first line. So this line is known as processing instruction line. Processing instruction line. This definition it is given to you. Just underline this one. It comes in your exam. What does the meaning of this one? So what is the use of this one? The first line is called processing instructions line. It passes the instructions to the browser how to deal with XML. So when you write this line, that browser will understand this is an XML file and how to deal with this one, what are the rules and everything it will understand by the browser. So it should be written at the top, but it is not mandatory. If you don't write this processing instruction line, then also your XML is correct. Okay, this is optional. If you have written, then it should be written at the top. If you have not written, then no problem. So let's see what is the next. As with the structure, we have got tree like structure. First line is called what? After processing instruction line, the topmost element of our XML, it is called this one. You see member. Member is the word, the root. This is called root element, or it can also be said that document element. That one also we have discussed previously, root and document element. Okay, and every text must be closed. As we know, these are the basic rules we have done. So let's see to draw some XML tree. In the next page we can see some XML codings are given. So this coding, both the coding are same. So this is the input and this is the output. You have written in the if you have written this one is in your notepad, and you will get the output in your XML like this in the browser. As we know, this it is not like HTML that whatever you have written, the output will come in different way. But here in XML, as it is, it will come. Okay, this is not for the displaying purpose. So you take an example. This example, if we take to draw the tree, how to draw this tree? First of all, to define or to draw a tree, you have to identify which one is the root element. Okay, this is the main important part of to draw an XML tree. Okay, XML tree is very much important. It comes in your exam. Such kind of coding will be given. This coding may be from your book, or maximum times it is out from your book. Okay, so this code you see, first line it is the processing instruction line. You forget about this line. Next you see academics, and starts academic and ends with academics. So it is the root element, the element which encloses everything. Encloses academics starts and academics close. So this is the root element. So you have to draw root element like this, top of this one. Here you have to write the academics as it is. Here you have to write academics. Here it cannot be written, very much difficult. Take the next one, fresh page. From here it can be. So what? Let's draw this one. Sorry. Shape is there, no? Yes. If you write here, it can be written, no problem. Capital letter should not be used. If you have written, no problem, but should not be used. Try to write like this. academics, as it is, whatever it is given, academics. So this is the root element. Next, under academics, what is the other child elements of academics, you must see. So what is this? Next page, you see. Another one, you see, student. That means academics is the grandfather, student is the son of the academics. So under student, his family's member, 4 members are there. In that way, you just think. Okay. So academics, the top, then within student, another 4 elements. So you have to draw student. After academics, you must draw student. Here it will come student. Student. Now you see, under student how many? Under student 4. Roll number, name, emails, CGPA. So you have to write roll number accordingly 4. That's why you have to write 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So under this one, just to draw the boxes for this 4. Right? One roll number, then another one is name, I think. Then another one is what? CGPA, like that. These 4 tags just you have to mention here. What are the 4s? Under this student, you can see roll number, name, email, CGPA. So you have to write only the name of the tags. Okay. Here you have to write what? Roll number. As it is, you have to write roll number. Then here you have to write name. Then other 2 things you have to write here: CGPA. CGPA is the grading system in CBSE, that you have marks percentage system. They have the CGPA point. Then last one is what? CGPA. Then email, I think. First it is not CGPA, this is email. So this is email. Then next one is what? Last one is CGPA, I think. So in that way, this is the completed. This tree is finished. So in that way, you have to identify. First of all, you have to see the root element, which one is it is your root. So root element, how to identify which is starts at first and ends at last. So this is the root element. So under root element, you have to then next you have to find what are the direct child of root element. Okay. So what are the direct child? How will you find? Under this one, where it is starts and where it is closed. When start means within this one, under this academics, this element will come. Like student, just after this one. Where it is closed, you have to see when it is closed, within this is there other elements. If it is there, then under this element it will come. Like student under academics, but under student these 4 elements are there, so it should not go under this element. Okay, remember these 4, it should not go under academics, because these are the children of students. Just to think about this is your grandfather, this is your father, and this is your family members. Family members means your brothers, sisters, like that. Okay. So in that way, you have to draw the rest of the tree. You have to do practice a lot. Okay, very easy to get 4 marks. It comes maximum times. In the next page, it is another coding. It is given to you 5.1. You can see here it is not asked to draw the XML tree, but even you can practice to draw the XML tree from this one. Here it is. You can see. Remember, not going directly this one. We are moving to the next page. Here you see this page. Okay, example 2. Here you can draw. Can you draw? You see the similar here. Just which one is the root element? Academics is the root element, so academics will come at first. Then under academics, what are the things? Student, here it starts, and student here it is closed, means one child. Here another child, that means two children. Academics has now two children, two students, left side and right side. Now this, how to draw this one? How to draw? So academics, first it will come here. Under academics, two children, like one student here, another student here. Under student again 4, 1 2 3 4, here 1 2 3 4, like that. In that way it comes. Similarly here also. So academics here, then student here, two student, okay. Then roll number, name, CGPA, email. Here also roll number, name, CGPA, email, like this. Similarly it comes. So is that tree of this. Next page. Next example. You can take example of this one also similarly, but here you see, don't confuse here. Roll number it is given, but should not include in your XML tree. When you draw XML tree, you have to write, or you have to mention only the tag name. Don't write the attribute name. So your tag name is student. So it is very simple. Here also academics, it is your academics, it is root element. Under academics, two children, one student this side, one student this side. Student here, I am writing short form, okay, ST, but when you draw you should write fully. Under student, first student, what are the children of this one? Two. One roll name and another one CGPA. Here similarly name and CGPA. In that way you have to draw XML tree. Okay. Next you see, you have a homework to do XML tree. Here page number, application based question, question number 1. Next part in the next page you can see in your book. Okay, next page I have not included here. The rest of the part of the questions, next page you have to see. Here you have to find what are the root elements, what are this one, and this is your homework, and you have to show me and you have to send me by doing in your paper, and click the photo and send personally. Okay, and top of the page you write just your name. Don't forget to submit your homework. Okay, you must submit your homework. Previously also very few students have submitted, but this time it should be, again I am telling to you, you must submit, otherwise you will suffer, because these things will not repeat. I will not go for repetition these things. Okay, if you have not mobile service, this is the different thing. For them school will decide what to do, but those students are already connected. If you are not viewing, if you are not going through these videos and not submitting your homeworks, not doing anything, then it is, the responsibility must be taken by yourself. Your courses will be started where we stop in online. Okay, on online, from that part we will start. So this homework you must do and submit today evening, or by tomorrow morning you must submit, and it will take very less time, only 2 minutes. You can draw very nicely. You draw in a paper and click this and send me, like previously that in HTML1 homework I gave to you, and you have submitted. So many students have, very few students, I would say very few students have submitted. Okay, so this is your homework, don't forget to do. Okay, so today up to this much. Try to write all the XML trees, whatever you find in your book. Okay, all the codings, XML tree must be practiced, because XML tree is very much important, and it comes with 4 marks. And in this chapter, as you know, 12 marks are there. So out of 12 marks, if you get 4 marks, very free, I would say very free, because just nothing to learn from here, just you need to draw a picture. Okay, and remember, sometimes it comes tree, from tree you need to write the XML code. So it is very easy if it is given a tree. So how to draw and how to write, I will discuss in the next class. Okay, so this is your homework. Try to do and show me.